Thank you very much, Pathak Sahib. I'm knowing Pathak Sahib when I moved to Gujarat in 2010. Since then, have been working very closely with him in different areas. And thanks for the invitation to Oakbrook and my dear friends, my colleagues who were on dais. And it's always a great opportunity to interact with young talents, young upcoming, I would say, the future business leaders. It's a business forum, so the ideas and what is the josh which you have is amazing. In fact, to say so, like my background was like I'll give you a brief of myself first, because it will help you to connect, and then about the organization. So I also come from very small place in eastern part of India, Ranchi, where, as Pathakji was mentioning, that in our times there were literally nothing available to get the information. It was completely based on friends' advice or some elders' advice, and in that point in time the elders were also reached to that stage where their advice were also limited, means they were having difficulty to advise. So we used to find different things to get access, going to library, for example, making friendship with librarians, so she or he can guide with good books which can give good ideas or advice. It was little cumbersome, and that way I was fortunate to get opportunity. Got employed with one of the leading companies in India, and then I got another opportunity to do part-time studies. So even I was working, I was doing MBA and stuff like that, because my idea was to get connected and stay connected with the flow, because study never ends. So you keep on studying, you keep on building ideas, and after certain age, means I bidded for or I asked my boss to give me sabbatical to go to France and again to join another program, though I completed my MBA, but then I wanted to another MBA. So which was funny in that situation, because already if you have something, why do you want to have similar thing? That was the argument from my boss. And then I gave him my argument that this will give me new idea. Means, of course, you don't know what business is globally done, so at least the perspective is created. I went to France, and again I started connecting with business forums like this, and interestingly, so many new things came up. So as the forum is business ideas, so if you travel across the globe, there are places where ideas can be replicated. What is in India now may have opportunity in different countries also. So it's kind of how you connect with the opportunities. So it's simply taking from one country to putting it in different country, and of course there will be kind of market research or knowing the pattern of population, their likings, their different areas. You'll have to do it, but then it is another idea, like it's working here, not necessarily will work there, but it could work there. So I always used to have one tagline pasted on my desk, that if you fight, not necessarily you will win, but if you don't fight, you will never win. So probably that was one thing. I have come across few people who have now become very, very successful. Earlier they were very, very different pattern, like, so for example, one gentleman, he was expert in his domain, technical services, and he used to help companies with new ideas. So he was not charging them. He used to help companies and ask them that my service fees is stake in your company. So of course, it looks silly in the first instance, but then interestingly, he minted millions from that, because the companies whom he was working, for example, setting up the company or legal advice or whatever, he used to charge 2% of stake or 1% of stake, and suddenly after 5 years, he saw that his portfolio has become $1 million. So that kind of idea, So he was working with others' idea and creating his idea bank for himself. So you have to keep your eyes and ears open and see what is happening around. Who knows, something very silly or stupid looking thing can be a big business idea. Who thought that taxis can be so conveniently called from mobile app? Yesterday I landed from Calcutta to India, to Ahmedabad, and I just clicked taxi, and it came in 5 minutes to the airport. And the other gentleman who was there, so earlier, 5 years back, same situation. I came to Bombay. One taxi fellow came to me. He said, "Saab, chaliye, aapko le chalte hain." And he charged me like 10 times because I was not knowing the route. And now it's so convenient. You pay exact what fares are there. So this kind of ideas are changing the world. IT is adding, is acting like a booster to those platforms. So I think this is a very interesting seminar, and my intention, yeah. So my intention was to come here and listen to great speakers here, because I saw Desai Sahib and others, Modi Sahib, all coming here. So we thought to learn, and I'm glad that I could come here and see a lot of interesting things. I also took few pictures of slides of Chatterjee Sahib. So it will again give me some new idea. So yeah, I give you background of my organization. We are the Australian federal government agency working to promote trade, investment, education, and part of tourism is again coming to our portfolio, and investment, of course. So our role is to connect Australia and Gujarat. So I take care of Gujarat part, and whatever opportunities we see in Gujarat, we go back to Australia. We try to identify what Australia is good at. So there are a couple of things which we need to take care. First, the company is credible, both sides. There is genuine interest both sides, because at times it happens that the other side may not be interested, but they have capability. So no point investing time, because you are spending your resource, valuable resource, and time and energy, of course money. So we try to match and act as a facilitator, and our objective is that both companies win, but ultimately we also ensure that the relationship between Australia and India is getting stronger and stronger, which of course it is getting stronger, and the business, trade, education, everything is facilitated in a nice way. So that is what our organization does. My office was set up here 5 years back, now of course 6 years back, 2010 March, and since then we have been connecting with a lot of opportunities in Gujarat, and we have been seeing tremendous interest from Gujarat to connect with Australia, which is good thing, and we look for continuous support from organizations like Oakbrook and others whom we very closely work with. So yeah, thank you very much.